Neat. Warrior's Pride. The party and Zoran squad defended Lambda from another Kavesi army. Zoran and co welcomed the opportunity to see some action with open arms.
Oh, so that's how they're doing.
There we go. We got more affinity with Colony 11. Sweet, sweet. Alrighty. But yeah, let's see here. The English game apparently goes a little over halfway into the game, and they plan to release the rest of it sometime before Octopath Traveler 2. In English, I mean. Apparently the final update is finally coming around the corner, and it'll be at level 100. Current major boss goes up to level 96. Been very hyped playing the game because the music is just so good. I've been listening to the OST on my own time, and the OST definitely slaps real hard, I'll say that. Quite a bit of grinding, but that was also in the original game. Remember Endgame? Yeah, I do! I was working in, like, Weiss Johnson duct cleaning at the time, and, when we were going from place to, like, clean out the duct work, my work partner was a gamer as well. So, you know, he was cool with, you know, me bringing my Switch to work, essentially, for when we were going from place to place, because he was the driver and I was just in the passenger seat. So I literally grinded in Octopath Traveler between cleaning out the ducts of people's homes, essentially, while being on the road from point A to point B. You know? Like, yeah, it was painful. It freaking sucked, honestly. Hopefully there's not that level of grinding required in Octopath Traveler 2. I guess we'll see. But yeah, I'm over-leveled now in Champions of the Continent for the place that I'm at. Because, like, the highest level area that I can be in right now for grinding against regular enemies is, like, level 13 or 14, something like that. But my actual characters are, like, mid to high level 20s. I can pull it up on my phone and give, like, an actual answer for, like, what my party's looking like right now. And I haven't been, like, progressing the story or anything like that, because if I ever want to do that, I'd want to do it on stream. I've literally just been doing the daily Kates. I started out grinding against, like, the enemies there and making, like, little smidges of progress. But then I realized, like, I could just get so much more bang for my buck just by doing the daily Kates. So that's what I've been doing for, like, the past week now. And now my levels are, like, much up there, you know? Yeah, and that's what I've heard, is that you can also get, like, you know, as you increase, like, your fame, fortune, and wealth, you get, like, these permanent buffs that'll, like, help you along the way if you progress the story, is the thing. And apparently there's, like, some town that you unlock a little bit in that gives you, like, smidges of, like, experience nuts on a daily basis that also helps with, like, the grind over time. So I've honestly been getting, like, the urge to stream Octopath Traveler Champions of the Continent recently, not gonna lie. Like, I've kind of been getting into the mood. But I didn't want to do it until I beat Live Alive, because I didn't want to do, like, 2 HD2D games on the channel at once, you know? I wanted to wrap up the last HD2D game before moving on to the next one, you know? Okay, you have that, yeah. That's a good go-to thing from what I've heard. So, you know, if I switch over to full cam for a hot second here, oh, never mind, my hotkeys aren't working today. If I manually switch over to full cam here, it's a thing, only camera. I started grinding in this area, the snowy area that we were just in at the end of last time, because it was the highest level. Hold on, let's see. World map. What level is this area? This is a level 12 area, is what this is apparently. But let's see here. If I check my party, we are yep, high level 20s. My main character's level 28 now. So this is what my party's looking like right now, with the highest level area that I have being, you know, level 12 is the thing. And I've just been doing the daily Kates, you know, so, you know, there's that. So I'm now a bit over leveled. So whenever we get to Octopath Traveler Champions of the Continent here again, you know, I'm gonna be a smidge over leveled and we're gonna breeze through for a little while, you know. Yeah, that's just from doing the daily Kates for like the past week, essentially. So when we hop into this game the next time, I'm gonna be over-leveled for a little while. So, you know, there's that. But yeah, I wanted to wrap up Live Alive, and Live Alive is wrapped up, so who knows, maybe we'll do some Octopath Traveler Champions of the Continent in the near future. Because yeah, didn't want 2 HD2D games at once, now we don't have to worry about that. So yeah, we might actually be picking up that game in the near future. I said I wasn't sure whether we were gonna do a playthrough of it or not. At first I was like, yeah, let's maybe not. Let's maybe beat Live Alive, and then maybe I'll have come to a decision by then, like whether I want to do this or not. And, you know, it's been some months since it released here in the West now. And all of a sudden, recently, I've suddenly, you know, gotten the urge to play it. Like, maybe it's just the fact that I've been, listening to the OST a whole bunch, and, like, looking up stuff with the gameplay, like, how needed is paying, really? you know, and everyone's saying, like, it's not really that neat. Like, you gotta pay if you want to do, like, the, special exclusive stuff. Like, that's how they get people to pay, is, by having things like the current guiding thingamabob, where, let's see here. Like, the current, if I switch, I gotta get my hotkeys working again here. Like, the current guiding thing being, like, Bravely Default Adele, it's like, oh, here's a character that you recognize! And then, come on, focus in. It's not gonna focus, is it? But it's exclusively the paid gems. You can't use free gems to get the... Come on! Well, just take my word for it. You know what it is. Freaking, for this, the current thingamabob, it's like, yeah, the only way to, be doing this summon thingamabob is by using paid gems. So, you know, it's a smart way to, you know, get people to pay there, I guess. It's like, oh, here's a character that you recognize from another one of our games. If you want her, you gotta use paid gems. You can't use your free ones. So, you know, I'm probably gonna be sticking, like, exclusively free, is the case. Is my plan there. I'm not gonna shell out for stuff like that. Yeah, and, you know, it's a smart way to make revenue and stuff there, I guess. But yeah, I'm not gonna strive for doing that. But, you know, it is really interesting because, like, basically every gacha game that I've seen as, like, an app thing would have had, like, some aspect of multiplayer to it. So it's also just really strange and different to be seeing a game that's purely single player and really can be, you know, gone all the way through without ever having to worry about paying or taking 3,000 years, like, grinding otherwise. Like, there's no weight walls like you'd see where it's like, here's a weight wall, but pay now to, like, negate that weight wall, you know, like you'd see in so many things. No, it's just purely, like, if you want, like, more characters, then pay, essentially. But otherwise, you know, just handle it free. And that's an interesting approach. Like, anytime you boot up the game, it literally gives you an explicit notice. This is a single-player RPG. Please take the game at your own pace. And it's like, huh, that's not what you normally see in a gacha game. So it's like, you know, I'm intrigued, you know? I'm very intrigued about it. So I'm sure they still make, like, a lot of revenue off of their whales and stuff like that. But it's the first time in a long time I've actually felt compelled to play, like, a mobile app. Because, you know, mobile app games are typically designed to make, like, very, very slow progress, and your progress keeps on slowing over time as you make, like, smaller and smaller increments. But this just straight up is, like, yeah, there's only so much content for, like, story stuff. Handle it at your own pace, and you'll, like, get through it eventually. You know, you'll eventually do it. The only thing that's, like, exclusive and paid is if you want, like, the spicier characters. And we should be able to get through without. So I'm intrigued, and I want to, like, experience it and see what the heck is going on here. Is this just Shira's Ascension quest? So, are we at the point where we can put, like, a Shira in the party and her thingamabob would appear? Like, is it this? Or is it, something else? Because maybe a thingamabob will appear if we, no, there's another thing here. 3 ravens. Oh, yeah. That there. But yeah, let's see here. It's almost like playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2 with a gacha system of Xenoblade 2 and smidges of by purchases in it. Wait, you're saying, like, if it did? You're saying, like, basically if Xenoblade Chronicles 2 had, like, the ability to pay for core crystals. But also, like, if said core crystals featured, like, time-limited exclusive characters or something like that. That's what it would do. So yeah, I guess you could kind of say it's like Xenoblade 2 if you, had the option to pay for core crystals. You didn't have as good of options to farm core crystals, and there were time-limited, like, exclusive paid-only core crystal stuff like that. If it was something like that, you know, but the story itself is unchanged. You can still play the story, you just can't enjoy all the characters. But, you know, that's an interesting approach. I'm intrigued by it. You know, keep trying to tell a lot of people, those seem to listen, glad you understand. Like, I get it now, and I'm intrigued about it. But, you know, I didn't believe it at first, because, you know, basically every other gacha game is like, oh, you know, our total amount of content, you're gonna be making, like, slower and slower progress towards it as time goes on, and you can pay to, like, reach it sooner, is typically the way that they handle it. Or there's, like, some multiplayer aspect, and you can get, like, stronger or something like that through paying. So, you know, I'm not very used to seeing a mobile gacha game that is purely single player, no multiplayer aspects, and, like, an actual finite amount of story content until you've eventually, like, beaten the full game. Like, it's just not really the kind of thing that you see anymore, you know? And I'm intrigued, essentially. You know, so I'm intrigued. So I still would prefer the approach of, you know, paying for a game and then having, like, you know, the full game with all the characters unlockable just like that without having to be like a whale to unlock everything. So, you know, I'm gonna be like a lot more hyped about the idea of playing Octopath Traveler or Octopath Traveler 2 than I am about the idea of playing Octopath Traveler Champions of the Continent. But, as like a side game to be doing here and there every once in a while, and like as an app game that can get me interested for the first time in years, it's like, huh, that's intriguing, you know? So, I'm intrigued. So, I am leaning towards starting it again on the channel here in the near future, evidently. And now that Live Alive is complete, you know, that could become like our new HD 2D game, is what it could well be. Cause yeah, I'm definitely intrigued about it. Well, if it isn't Ashira and the Ouroboros rebels. Ah, the three ravens have alighted. What can we do for you? Let's get straight to the point. We'll be waiting at the first Ixia bridge. And maybe try telling us what you want. Something tells me you're being serious this time. I told you what you need to know. Don't keep us waiting. Self-centered as ever. They come here, barely say anything, have the gall to tell us not to keep them waiting.
A challenge from those three?
Yeah.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
I do not at the moment.
No idea what the deal is here.
I probably want to wrap up like some other things first, is the thing. Like I can probably do like one more session of Nier Replicant and then it should be done after one more stream, so that'd be like another thing done in the near future. I probably want to do that first. I'll probably catch up on like some university assignments as well. I say as I'm streaming Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So where's the three ravens at war? Three ravens at war. There we go. But at the same time, I kind of feel compelled to like hop into it sooner rather than later, because the sooner I get like that town unlocked that'll just give me like daily experience, the more it'll help me out on the long run, because that just means like more daily experience that I'd be getting in my inventory and can save up, you know? So it would help me more in the long run the sooner I unlock that town through the story. Do you know at what point in the story you unlock that town? I've just heard that that town's a thing. Do you know if you need to get to a certain point in like the 3 different stories, like clear all 3 chapter 1s or something like that? Do you know what the prerequisite is, by chance, Guzma? Because I feel like I should, in the near future, at least get to that town. Because the sooner it's done, the sooner I can start amassing more stuff on a daily basis, you know? So may as well. Here we are, as requested. Tell us what you want. What else? Before we get to that, Shira, I want to ask you something. Let's not stand on ceremony. Shoot. The way I hear it, these rebels are looking to take control of Colony 11. You must be the one who sicked them on us. Now, I wonder, where could you have heard that from? You're wrong. Let's see. Must have really taken a shine to them. Again, I wouldn't say you were wrong. So, what are you trying to say? If you're wanting to give up control of the colony of this lot, then I say have at it. But if you think we'll just let you go with a little parade after all the beatings you've given us... Ah, and here it comes. I've always dreamed of hunting the beast that dwells within you. Make my dream come true, Ashira. We'll make this the best hunt of our lives. Well now, you're finally going to settle things with me. But if that's what you want, why call these people out? I thought I was the one you want. Because they've earned your recognition, Ashira. And I wish to fight not just you, but Ouroboros one more time. Only you people can give me the pain, the satisfaction I've been looking for. I honestly didn't know the guy could speak. Doesn't really fit his image. Oh, was it not like a deep voice then that he would have? I don't know. Well, I didn't think I'd ever hear your voice again in his life, Clad. So the 3 of you are really serious about this. I'm sorry, friends, but I need to ask you a favor. How'd I know it'd come to this? I praise your powers of foresight. Will you refuse? Let's just say you'll owe me one. You're ready to pay up later. Soren, Isel, Clad. There's no more need for words. You wanted this, and now you'll get it. A fight to the death. We're not actually gonna kill him, are we? Well, we're pretty over-leveled for, this here. Focus attacks. But yeah, let's see here. Don't actually remember, but you do know a lot of areas get unlocked after being the first 3 major bosses, and definitely the 4th major boss. Okay, that's definitely a point to look out for in that case. Oh, dang, I'm not gonna be able to smash you because we're focused on you. Dang it, I would have had the opportunity to smash. Oh, well. But yeah, end up checking a lot of them out after the 4th boss. You have no idea when it actually gets unlocked. You know what you're talking about, though. So maybe I should just, like, look it up. Like, generally when that point gets unlocked. That's the thing. Know what I have to get up to. Just to, you know, get that town unlocked and start getting those daily nuts and stuff, you know. This is what we can do. Alright, break. Yeah, we seem to break, like, pretty frequently with this setup. It's really nice. Are we gonna get the toppler? Maybe? One of our topplers? Nope, no toppling this time. No toppling this time. Big sad. Unfortunately, that's a good question there, Derpabine. How are you doing today? Not a question I ever thought I'd see. Oh, time to launch. Up into the air you go. And then smash. Bam. Just smash Clad into the ground. Yeah, I should hope that he feels me after that. I should hope that he does. I'm surprised none of my allies have gone into Warboros yet. Also, my chain attack's ready. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing the thingamabob. Okay, I kind of hope that we would have Ashira's order come up first, but oh well. And her thingamabob is, yeah, that. So we can probably use a whole bunch of nerds here, is what we can probably do, right? Let's see here. Is that what someone yelled there? Oh, we didn't break. Resisted, darn you. But yeah. Yeah, that's that's something that she says. I recently found out from the last stream that apparently if you've got, like, Nia as your 7th party member and she dies, like if she gets knocked down, runs out of HP, she goes, bloody hell! It's pretty funny. Yeah, sure. Let's just do, like, Hard Dig and Hypno Light, because I know I need to make progress in those for Soul Hacker. It's the case. And then, we'll use the Kevis Healer, since, you know, you'll get, like, +5 bonus points there for doing that. Sure. Just do that, I guess. I don't know. You don't really have any attacks right now. This setup. Alright, and then we go ahead and, Demon Slayer, because sure. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, or maybe that's what's going on. Right there. Alright, well, time for some damage. Wow. Wow, okay. Well, he's gonna get shredded, I guess. We're just gonna overkill him like crazy, I guess. Sure. Sure, then. Let's, like... That time we broke. That time we did it. Cool. Let's do a random buff. Because it can be shared later, you know? And we also get, like, attack up since it's attached to Shadow Eye. Is the case, you know? So, you know. Sure, just do big hits like that. Why ever not? Yeah, not gonna be enough for the Bravo, but that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Alright, he's getting flagged to death. I really wish that you could switch targets during a chain attack. Like, now switch to the other enemy there, you know? Would be nice, but alas, no such luck there. Can we bleed? Tell me, do you bleed? You do. You do indeed. Sweet. Well, so do like some damage like that? Yeah, it'll just like bounce his head back there. Is the case. And then, let's do some draining vacuum, because I know I need to make some progress on that one as well. Oh, that makes a whole weird sound, doesn't it? Of work tomorrow by any chance? No, tomorrow's a day off. It's Thanksgiving. Like, unless you count, like, tomorrow as Tuesday. since it is after midnight. Thing. Boobity bop.
Thought of a great idea.
And then
These two
I basically gotta do that there, is the case. Woke up in the middle of the, yeah. So do you mean like tomorrow as in Monday or tomorrow as in Tuesday? Which do you mean here? Good question. Which do you mean? Do you mean Thanksgiving or the day after Thanksgiving? Bam! Sit down. And then just, I don't know, boobity bop. Yeah, either way, it's still after midnight, you know? So you mean Monday. Yeah, either way, it's still like today. No, it's a day off because of Thanksgiving. Yeah. Is the case. Nobody has a, well, there's very few people have on this day, I shouldn't say nobody. Alright, well, let's see here. You're gonna have to smash at the end. So who else can launch? Is the thing. Because I'm fairly certain someone else can launch here, right? There's launch. Alright, Noah can launch. Thing. As long as he doesn't complete the order on his own. It's so silly. I love it so much. Oh, man. Well, time to... Actually, wait. No. First, we do these things. We're just gonna overkill him like crazy. You know what he looks like? You know, what's it called? It's foosball. You know when you're playing foosball and you just, like, put your hand on either side of the pole and you just go like that to spin the guy super crazy? That's what's going on right now. Like, that's straight up what's happening here. Is you're just spinning the foosball guy, like, really fast is what's happening here. Alright, we smash. Bam. Oh, how silly it is. And he just, like, stands up just to be hit by this. I love it so much. Launching was already pretty silly in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, but it's even sillier in 3. When you consider that it can just, like, keep on going for so long in a chain attack, you know? You'll love it. My good gracious, it's so silly. Well, poor Zoran here just got 3.6 mil chain attacked. Wow. Okay. I think that might be my new best chain attack. Might be the thing. That might be our new highest damage amount. So, and yeah, you can do it with the bigger bosses who just send them flying. I think what is it? Not the Robo Queen battles, but like the thingamabobs at the castles, the big mechs that get piloted. I think those are like one of the wackiest ones, seeing those spin. The one with like Robo Nia and like Chris. You truly are powerful. Now we're no match for you. I could say the same for you. Much more capable than when I first met you. I've really had to bring my A game for this. Is that so? Your A game. Huh? Did I say something funny? You might not understand. Existing so far beyond what we call strength. We might call ourselves the Three Ravens. But compared to you, we're grunts. Worms crawling in the dirt. I don't want to admit this, but I can see why you've taken a liking to these people. I'll be snuffed. But, though that may be so, we are soldiers. We desire to be strong. Even in the face of overwhelming odds, it's only right to wish to strike back. So, you won't have any regrets, even if you bite the dust. I would accept my death easier, knowing I faced its jaws, rather than wait to fade into a husk like a weakling. An acceptable death, eh? I never thought I'd hear such words from you three. By the way, friends, you just burned everything you have for a full-on battle to the death. You must really be at your limit. Do you really have the strength to keep standing there? Enough. We aren't so weak as to stand here listening to your prattle. I have no more need of you. Be somewhere else. No need to act tough. Just get the spark out of here. Yeah, easy, Chief. I've never thought of you as grunts. Not once. You're true soldiers. Let's have another fight to the death sometime.